Happy Wednesday, guys. Hope you're well. Hope your week is going in the right direction, that it's full of positivity and progression. I was doing a little bit of a tidy up in my office, which is the room I'm sitting in now, yesterday. And I came across something that reminded me that dreams are possible. Back in 2017, I was a TEDx speaker. I was selected to be a TEDx speaker, and it had been a dream of mine for many years. And this was my TEDx pass that I got when I was a TEDx speaker, and I've held on to it ever since. And I came across it the other day, and it just reminded me of this dream that I had, because as I mentioned, I wanted to be a TEDx speaker for about 4 or 5 years, and I used to watch the TED Talks and used to think, what would I talk about? And I kind of looked into it and saw that the process to be a TEDx speaker was quite hard at the time. And anyway, I did pray about it, and I gave my dream to God and said, God, I really would like to be a TEDx speaker. This was some years later. Anyway, an email popped up in my inbox about TEDx Wandsworth were doing TED Talks. So I thought I had nothing to lose and that I would just apply. I didn't really think that I would be selected, because I knew that lots of people wanted to be TEDx speakers, definitely kind of in the circles that I knew. So I didn't really think that I would get selected. And lo and behold, about 3 weeks later, I got an email to say to come for an audition. So I had to give like a 3-minute audition on what I was kind of proposing to talk about. And I'll never forget, this is back in 2016, and my husband came with me, my my youngest daughter came with me, and I was so nervous. There was a lot of people there. There was about 32 people who were auditioning. Anyway, I did my audition, and I was nervous, but my family were really reassuring and encouraged me and everything. And I came off the stage, and I just kind of put it down to, this is a nice experience to have. I didn't really think again at that point that I would be selected. But then the following week, I got an email to say that I was selected to be a TEDx speaker. And it was one of the best experiences I had in my life. I worked hard for 6 months. I had to memorize everything that I wanted to talk about. I gave a talk on empowering, how we can empower survivors of childhood sexual abuse. I practiced morning, noon and night. My youngest daughter would time me because I had to keep my talk within 17 minutes. And on the day, it was just the most amazing experience. One of the most amazing experiences I've had in my life. And it just reminded me, when I came across this again, that dreams are possible. This was a dream I never thought was possible for me, but it came to pass on the 25th of November 2017. My TEDx talk, How We Can Empower Survivors of Sexual Abuse, is on YouTube, but it is just an encouragement and motivation to me, to remind me that even though things may seem impossible, with God all things are possible, and that with just faith, focus and courage, you can achieve your dreams. That reminder served to me today to continue on for the dreams that I have in my heart that even seem big now, because this was once big and I managed to achieve it. I want to encourage you today to hold on to your dreams. Let your past dreams, the things that you've achieved, remind you that dreams are possible to achieve.